You know, so many things are going on in the St. Louis area. A lot of tragic things, a lot of, we're talking about the homeless. So every now and then we need something to kind of brighten us up. And I have a guest today who's going to tell us about a wonderful show coming to St. Louis on the Bernie Hayes Show. Well, welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes, and with me is my guest who's been here before, Dr. Ron Gregory. Dr. Gregory, welcome.
Hey, Bernie, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How have you been, sir?
Super.
Yeah.
Really doing well, man. Things just really seem to be looking up.
Yeah.
And we're on an upbeat, and we decided to do some things in the coming months that we feel would be uplifting.
Last time you were here, we were doing a tribute to your late brother, Dick Gregory. How did that turn out?
Great. Really, and the response was good, and we still getting calls about people talking to us saying that they want the name of Dick Gregory and everything that he's done out front, and as a continual reminder for the things that he's done for the world. So we have some things that we had planned to do that.
You said a memorial calendar that you did for Dick?
Yeah, we still got that, and it's becoming a collector's item, and what we're doing is we're negotiating some things with some people that the remainder ones will possibly go to Amazon, and they'll be able to contact Amazon and still purchase the ones that we still have available.
I know you've been doing some very many things beneficial to other people, you know, benevolent things. So like you recently had a tribute and a fundraiser for Ollie Stewart to raise buses for the Southside Wellness Center.
Right.
Tell us about that.
We did that on the Saturday after Christmas at the Lynx Theater in the Central West End, because she's getting some new buses for not only the seniors at her center, but to be used by the seniors throughout the St. Louis area. And she got a federal grant, but she also needed to have some matching money, and she contacted me, and we did a fundraiser at the Lynx Theater Saturday after Christmas. It was a fundraiser that we had and a little social afterwards, and everybody talked about how nice the show was. But you can never do too much for Ollie, because she's really out there.
Because they had vandalized some of her buses, which I thought was unconscionable, man. You know, much as she does for the seniors, much transportation she provides for those in need. You know, how can one do that?
Well, you know, it's like when you have the big rainstorm and the snowstorm and things that happen. But the people, they just get out there and clean up and keep on stepping. And Ollie is one of these individuals that's like that. I mean, she had severe back, some major back surgery before her, before she we had our program, and lo and behold, I looked up and she was at the theater, neck braces and all. And
she said it was a very serious operation.
God.
They took some of the catalytic converters from her buses. That was part of the vandalism, and those things are very expensive. So I hope that the fundraiser that you had the day after Christmas certainly helped. On any money was a help. I'm sure.
And what we'll probably do is maybe later on this year we will get together with some other people and try to do something that has something to do with the catalytic converters.
Okay. Now I understand that Valentine's Day you have another special coming.
Oh yeah,
you were along with the Black Radio Hall of Fame.
Yes.
The New Millennium Group.
Yes.
And the Black Radio Hall of Fame.
Ron Gregory and Bernie Hayes.
Okay, tell us about what's happening.
And we decided that it was going to be a tribute to 3 of America's premier female singers who have passed on, namely Aretha Franklin, Etta James, and Whitney Houston. And we have 3 wonderful St. Louis singers who's going to do songs that these 3 individuals made famous.
Okay.
And it should be a tremendous show. It's going to be Valentine's Day night at Harris Stowe State University in the Henry Gibbons
Auditorium.
Okay,
that's the big auditorium. Okay.
And one of the things that we try to do, you and I have discussed, when we have something like that, we try to price it where the people we're targeting can afford to come and see it.
So how much is it?
$19.95.
You're kidding.
For the show.
Tickets. Okay.
And also what we're going to do is every female who attends the show will get what we call a miniature box of chocolate candy.
Oh, wow.
And a long stem rose.
Okay,
That's every female that comes there. We will be giving that to them.
This is actually Valentine's night.
This is Valentine's Day night.
Okay.
Because I participated in some things that happens either after Valentine's Day or some things that happen before Valentine's Day. And then comes Valentine's Day, people say, what are we going to do Valentine's Day? So we're saying, look, this has happened Valentine's Day night.
What time?
Doors open at 6:15 and the show will start at 7:30.
Okay, so it's actually an early show.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Although it's a weeknight, it's still a Valentine's night.
It's still Valentine's Day night, and it'll give people an opportunity to come out, hear some tremendous love songs that these ladies have made famous, and still get out in time to get home and get some sleep and go to work
the next day.
The next day.
But who are the artists who are portraying and paying tribute to these people?
Maya is doing Etta James.
Oh, Manya is somebody else.
Not Etta James. She's doing Aretha Franklin. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
she's doing Aretha Franklin.
But have you heard Manya? You know, I've known Manya for years, and man, every time I see her, she just brings the house down.
Right.
Oh, she's unbelievable. Manya doing Aretha Franklin.
We have Cheryl Brown, who's doing Whitney Houston.
Okay.
And we talking with Kim Massey, and she should be on board, and she will be doing that she's famous for those Etta James.
Doing Peaches.
Oh, yeah. So,
that's a good lineup.
We're
Manya, Cheryl Brown, and Kim Massey.
We're looking for a show that will bring the house down.
This is great.
Yeah.
And I can't get over the price now. It's $19.95.
We want everybody to be able to afford to be there.
That's beautiful.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Right.
That's the same price at the door?
At the door, that's advanced ticket sale.
Okay.
At the door, it's $24.95.
Okay,
but we're hoping that at the price we got, we should fill the house with those.
Is there a phone number they can reach to get more information?
They can reach it at the New Millennium Center at area code 314-361-7793.
Say that again, please.
Area code 314-361-7793.
And this is also a benefit, I understand, too. Yeah. This is a great tribute to 3 great women by 3 great artists.
Yeah.
And that should be really, really wonderful. Speaking of tributes, last time you were here, you paid tribute to Reverend Larry Rice. And Larry Rice also plays tribute to you. But also Larry Rice pays tribute to everybody. They talk about these different organizations feeding people and giving baskets in wintertime. At Christmas time, they give Christmas baskets, they give Thanksgiving dinners. But Reverend Larry Rice, Southern Life Evangelistic Center, feed people every day. not just Christmas, not just Easter, not just Thanksgiving, every day. But we need your help and support to continue these practices. 1411 Locust Street is closed, but they're trying to get it reopened. But in the meantime, we're at 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. That's where Dr. Gregory is right now. 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. And the same services that were provided downtown are provided here in Overland, Missouri. Reverend Larry Rice has a brand new book. It's called Through the Fire: How St. Louis Gentrifiers Try to Destroy a Church Because of Its Homeless Congregation. And you can get this along with the Bernie Hayes show mug. Well, let's go to Reverend Larry Rice and let him tell you about it.
For many years, Bernie Hayes has been on the front lines leading the charge for social justice. It's been a great privilege of mine to get to know Bernie personally, and I want us, in celebration of all that Bernie has done, to share with you one of these very special Bernie Hayes mugs and a copy of a book, Through the Fires, which tells you about the battle for social justice at 1411 Locust, where gentrifiers came into the neighborhood and literally shut down the church at the New Life Evangelistic Center at 1411 Locust Street because they didn't want those kind of people in the neighborhood. Direct bigotry. Now, if you'll request this mug and share a gift of $25 or more, we'll send you this book, 328 pages that go into great detail on all the manipulating behind the scenes and on the scenes that took place in order for the city of St. Louis to consider it a nuisance because there were hurting and homeless people in the neighborhood. We would love to see a beloved community that when development takes place in a community, instead of the poor and the elderly and the homeless being pushed out, it's a beloved community that welcomes people from all over, regardless of their racial background or who they might be. They're people made in the image of God. Bernie Hayes has fought for that for years. And now we're teaming up with Bernie in a very special and powerful way. If you'll just call in our 421-302, or you can send your special gift and just say, please send me the Bernie Hayes mug. We will include in that Through the Fire, historical book that I've written on how the St. Louis gentrifiers tried to destroy a church because of its homeless congregations. You know, there's a common saying that if your neighbor's house on fire, yours in danger also. The bigotry, the hypocrisy in the city of St. Louis affects all of us. I thank God for Bernie, who has continued to point it out and root it out. Now we're teaming up with Bernie. When you request the Bernie Hayes mug and share a gift of $25 or more to New Life Evangelistic Center, I'll include my book, Through the Fire. We'd love to hear from you. Share now. P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri.
And welcome back. Dr. Gregory, Reverend Larry Rice wants you to have this book,
Oh, God.
Through the Fire.
You know, this guy is really tremendous, and the thing that I love about the individual is that his intestinal fortitude. I mean, they knock him down, he gets up, dusts himself off, and
start all over again.
Start all over again. And it's amazing because you would think that the work he's doing, you know, there would be all praises and testimony talking about, you know, praising the individual for what he's doing.
Well, this book tells it all. Yeah. The gentrifiers, those who want that property downtown,
yeah. Those
who want to take over the New Life Evangelistic Center downtown, those who want to live on greed and profit from greed, profit from the backs of the homeless people downtown. This book tells it all. It's a story, a journey through Reverend Larry Rice and the New Life Evangelistic Center at 1411 Locust Street, downtown St. Louis, Missouri.
And the thing that's amazing is what he does is what I have been taught all my life as a kid, that if you help the masses and the people who are out there suffering, the whole world will open their doors and praises to you. And I thought that was what would happen to a guy like him. And it's just the opposite. I mean...
Well, it's the city of St. Louis itself, some of the officials of the city of St. Louis, and also those developers around that area who have no spirit, have no hope, have no life, have no soul. Well, anyway, tell us about what's happening Valentine's Day.
So Valentine's Day we sang at Hastow State University. And it's a program that's co-sponsored by your organization the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, and my organization, the New Millennium Group, is hosting a Valentine's Day concert. The concert is paying tribute to two of the America's premier female singers who have passed on.
That's three.
Aretha Franklin, Etta James, and Whitney Houston.
Yeah, okay.
And we have three tremendous St. Louis females: Manya,
that's right. Yeah.
Manya, Kim Massey, and Cheryl Brown, who will be doing songs that these three tremendous singers have made famous. So it's going to be a great show, and you can't beat the price.
Well, who else are going to be? Davy Dave going to be with you again?
Davy Dave will be with us, and this guy called Dr. Nees.
Dr. Nees, yeah.
If he can survive, the time. So, like I say, and we got you as our premier.
Well, I'll be there too.
MC.
And Dr. Ron Gregory, your brother Dick Gregory broke ground in the field of comedy and civil rights and activism. And people didn't realize that you, as a comedian, is just as funny. How did that mantle come about? How did that it wasn't a transition. Now, I guess you have this talent all the time.
No.
But why did you start exploiting it?
What happened, when I was in college, and Dick was knocking around the clubs in Chicago, and that's where you and Dick became friends when he was in Chicago.
Yeah.
And when I was at Notre Dame, which was 100 miles away from Chicago, running track, and I had weekends where I didn't have to go out of town, I would come up to his clubs and listen to his routine, and I just thought it was just hilarious. I'd go back to the campus and tell all these different stories that he told, and I mean, I had the guys in stitches. So much so that when he hit the major entertainment role, I had some of my classmates to call me and say, "I caught your brother at the Playboy Club. Oh, he was so funny, but your brother's using all your material." They was thinking that those jokes I was telling them on the campus was my original jokes.
And he stole them from you, huh?
Yeah, and all I was doing was telling the jokes that I had heard him tell in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I would do little birthday party comedy, backyard comedy in people's yards and everything. And I just finally decided, just get on out there and just go ahead and
be a comedian
and do your thing.
That's good, and you're doing it very well, man. People, now you a track star. You and Dick were track stars, and they've got some of the high school tracks is named after you. You and your two brothers, right?
Right.
Okay.
My older brother Presley was the first distant runner who came out and let folks know that the Gregory family had the ability to run distance. And then Dick came out afterwards, and he just went off the chain. He became the first African American to win the Missouri State Mile and Half Mile and Cross Country Championship. And he graduated from Sumner a year before I entered. And when I came in, they grabbed me, and it was funny because I tell people, I got my track shoes and workout equipment a week before I got my books. And as a result of following him and, realizing that I was in the same gene pool as this distant runner, I ended up being the first person in the state of Missouri to win the state mile championship 3 straight years, the state cross country championship 3 straight years, in addition to setting the national high school mile and 2-mile record. And with that, I ended up in South Bend, Indiana on a track scholarship to Notre Dame, where I graduated from there in 1961.
I have heard of people, track stars, and you broke so many records in grammar school, high school, and college. And after that even, I've heard people talk about fleet foots, wings on the feet. I've heard about how thighs will project them. The first time I ever heard of a track star was they talk about his knees.
Yeah.
So Dr. Knees,
You know,
I guess you're very special.
see, the crazy thing about it, what people don't understand, is I got the nickname of Big Knees when I was 5 years old.
Okay.
You know, so it had nothing to do with running, but the name stuck.
Wow.
And it stuck so much that when I finally got on stage to do comedy, I came out with the name of my stage name is Dr. Knees.
Dr. Knees, we all know.
Rather than saying Ron Gregory, because I didn't want the people to then say, oh, he's leaning on his brother's name in order to do his kind of. No, we don't use Gregory. We use Dr. Knees.
Dr. Knees.
Yeah.
Dr. Knees will be featured Valentine's Day at the Harris-Stowe State University. We're being featured here at the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri, 63114. And we need your help. We need your support. You can invest in the New Life Evangelistic Center to keep people fed, keep clothes on people, you know, and to help with their utilities and so forth. Same thing we did downtown. So Post Office Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri 63166 is the way that you can help invest in the New Life Evangelistic Center. That's Post Office Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri 63166. Online, takes less than 2 minutes. www.New Life Evangelistic Center, one word, New Life Evangelistic Center.org. American Express, Visa, MasterCard, Discover Card, less than 2 minutes. And it's an investment that is well needed. And it's all tax deductible through New Life Evangelistic Center. Back with Dr. Knees after this.
What does it mean to you, the help you're getting, that New Life's giving you to help you get off the streets?
What it means for me, it means that it gives me the ability to experience a better quality of life, first of all.
Thank God for New Life Evangelistic Center.
We'll be back with our guests after this Black History Moment. Today's subject, Mr. Richard Dick Gregory, an American comedian, civil rights activist, social critic, writer, entrepreneur, and actor, born October the 12th, 1932 here in St. Louis, Missouri. Known for the movies Hot Chick in 2002, ABC Stage 67 in 1966, and Reno in 9/11, that is, in 2003. Dick Gregory, the parody satirist who transformed cool humor into a barbed force of civil rights in the 1960s, then veered from his craft for a life devoted to protest, that is, and fasting in the name of assorted social causes and health regimens. During the turbulent 1960s, Gregory became a pioneer in stand-up comedy, but for his no-holds-barred sets in which he mocked bigotry and racism. He was married to Lillian Gregory. Dick Gregory passed away August 19, 2017, Sibley Memorial Hospital in Washington, D.C. Dick Gregory.
Now you can take NLEC TV anywhere as you put the NLEC TV app on your iPhone or mobile device. NLEC TV is an innovative TV station that's on the cutting edge of community service. When you tune in to NLEC TV, you'll discover a television station that has been operated by previously homeless individuals who have received broadcast training through New Life Evangelistic Center's unique on-the-job training program. On NLEC TV, you'll discover wholesome family, community, renewable energy, and inspirational programming. For further information, call 314-436-2424 or go to nlecstl.org. That's nlecstl.org.
And welcome back. My guest is Dr. Ron Gregory, known in the entertainment profession as Dr. Nees, but also broke many track records around the country and around the world, actually. But Dr. Gregory, you're here for a serious tone. This time you're talking about a Valentine's Day concert featuring so many wonderful people. Manya, I know, is going to be paying tribute to Aretha Franklin. And who else do you have?
And we have Kim Massey, who will be doing Etta James, song made famous by Etta James. And then we have Cheryl Brown, who will be doing songs that Whitney Houston made famous. So we have 3 female singers who are on our show that we're paying tribute to, 3 America's premier female divas. And we thought it was only fitting that the love songs that they made famous, people will come out on Valentine's Day.
At 6:30 in the evening.
Here.
Okay.
Doors open at 6:15. And the show starts at 7 o'clock, and it's at the Harriston State University, and it's not held Sunday before Valentine's Day. It's not held Saturday after Valentine's Day. It is being held on Thursday, February the 14th.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
That's great.
And the price is $19.95. And every female attending the show will get a miniature box of chocolate candy and a long stem single rose.
That's beautiful.
Right.
So that's beautiful. So how can they get more information or buy tickets?
The tickets will be sold at 4 or 5 different vendors, which will be on the new flyer that'll be coming out. But for people who want to get some information right away, all they have to do is call the New Millennium Group here in St. Louis, and the phone number is area code 314-361-7793.
And also the auditorium, the Henry Gibbons Auditorium, is accessible for people in wheelchairs and so forth. Yeah, and there's special, not handicap, but disabled parking and so forth, right?
They have disabled parking, and they also on the parking lot that's on the market side of the Harriston, there is an elevator. And there'll be directions to the door that they can get in. And the elevator will take them up to the floor where the main auditorium is located.
That's great. It's wonderful. So accessibility is not a problem.
No.
That's just wonderful.
We also got to remind you that Bernie Hayes, one of the premier MCs in the city of St. Louis, a radio personality, he will be MCing the show.
With Dr. Nees on stage.
Oh, yeah.
And Cheryl Brown, Manya, and Kim Massey.
Yes.
What a day it's going to be. Thank you, Dr. Gregory.
Thank you, Bernie.
Thank you for visiting with us.
Right.
I want to thank each and every one of you for visiting with us too here. Don't forget now, we're not downtown anymore, not 1411 Locust Street, but I was trying to get that reopened. We're 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri, 63114 if you want to put it into your GPS. But the same programs that were administered downtown are administered here at New Life. And we want you to come by, just look at the new center here, the new facilities here, and I think you'll be impressed. We need your help, we need your support, and every dime is invested in New Life Evangelistic Center helps those in need. I'm Bernie Hayes. Have a great day. Support Reverend Larry Rice and the other administrators here at the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road, Overland, Missouri. Have a great day. Thank you so much for supporting NLEC TV.